Welcome in, ᴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for the follow. Agaupi Day, it is my season month. Happy Valentine's Day! Would you be my Valentine today? Hello, Thunder Dude. Hi. Is that choco for me? Thank you kindly. Thank you again for the follow, ᴄᴏᴍᴜ. I do apologize for the slight delay with the starting screen and with the time frame of the stream, but I had to figure out some of the things related to the stream. So we are here today to continue UsoNatsu visual novel, a cozy girls love visual novel that we were playing quite a while ago and still did not get to complete, so I really wanted to move forward with the story. So far, what was happening so far? I'll make a short sum up of the wall that we went through. So basically, we do play as a girl that was having an odd relation with her past teacher. She basically did have a crush upon her, but it seems like we got basically manipulated and used somehow. So she ditched the relation that we had that was not friendship nor relationship in romantic way. She just stated we cannot go on like that. due to obvious reasons. And when we started to break down, we were outside next to a bridge, and one of our classmates caught the scene, the dramatic scene we were handling so far. We were shouting and saying stuff against the teacher and whatnot, and the schoolgirl, the classmate of ours, that was usually like super polite, cautious, and silent, a silent type it was, a cute silent girl, she did notice us and was scared because she thought we were about to commit suicide. But she totally misunderstood because we were basically losing balance next to the bridge instead of attempting. So that is how she asked us. A very interesting request it was, since she asked us to basically help her forget her brother after asking us if we think that some memories can be overwritten. So I didn't know what to answer, and I said that probably it's potentially a yes, coming to the question. So we accepted the request, since we wanted to also forget about the teacher somehow. So we had a lot of time free on our hands, not having many hobbies or at all, since we spent most of our free time with the teacher. Then it is how our adventure started overall. We basically did go on a memory tour of our new friend that wanted to go visit the places she did visit time ago with her family, especially with her brother that she wanted to forget. And after a while we got to discover that her brother basically did pass away, and the reason she wanted to forget him, it was mainly about more like creating her own personality, because so far she chased his path. She imitated him in everything, and she was tired of it. She was wondering where did her personality begin and similar things, and wanted to forget the pain overall also. After a while, her best friend got suspicious, but we did make her join, not revealing just yet the reasons for which we're hanging out together, but we stated we're not dating. After a while, we decided to explain the situation, and privately coming to us, she did state that she has a crush upon her best friend, that is our new friend, in fact, the one that is holding this memory tour. So she's into girls and is quite cautious coming to us because she thinks that we are interested in the girl as well. We may be, but we are acting like we are not so far, like we are a bit confused perhaps. And last time it was quite obvious that the girl is having a sense of calm coming to us because we did host a sleepover party with these two girls and us, and the thunder did wake up the girl. She got scared and we were awake as well. So she started hugging us and explained that she had quite bad memories coming to the thunder. She was always afraid of it, and back then there was her brother to console her and help her with the fear. But after a while, when it did happen and the brother was no longer there, she had to do it alone. So this is basically the sum up. We went through the sleepover party, and the next day did begin, from what I do recall. Give me a second, I shall enable the chat. It's not showing up for some reason. Just a second. So I hope my sum up was more or less clear. We're basically there with two female friends, and one of each is a potential future date. The other one is her best friend that is a bit jelly, but seems to be fine with us hanging around her. Seems like an interesting visual novel. It is indeed. I really love the art, since it does also feature life to the elements. It is animated. The sprites are animated. It's very pretty and nice. And the story as well is like, it does have a dramatic pinch to it, but overall it does proceed always for the best. Like there's always something brighter in the end of each chapter that makes the heroines have back their hope and even better perspective coming to the wall that made them feel in difficulty and whatnot. So this is also something I really appreciate about this game. So let's resume with the story. Pour some olive oil into a frying pan and turn on one of the burners. Also, once the music starts playing, please do let me know in case I should bump it or lower, because I'm quite unsure, as most of the times, about the sound levels. Then I get some eggs from the fridge and check to see if the pan is hot enough yet. I love the details coming to the backgrounds, the plushes especially. Using the back of my hand to gauge the temperature by hovering it above the pan, I turn the heat down to medium-low before cracking an egg open. Whoa, that was a bit loud. As the plump egg hits the pan, the edges make a soft sizzling sound. Once the white begins to firm up, I add a little bit of water, cover the pan with a lid, and turn the heat up to medium. Also, during last time we did play it, the girl did realize that she is not necessarily replacing the memories of her brother as she wanted to do, but she's creating new memories with us instead, like having more positive surroundings, positive thoughts, and new positive memories coming to the places that she did visit with her family back then. But she decided to proceed with the memory tour nonetheless. Perhaps to revive some memories and also create these new memories with us. It is also pretty cool how she did accept it and did view what was going on in a more realistic sort of way, but still it is very positive. Hi Gyepi, this is a cute game. Hi Carbon, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, I really love this game as well. It's pretty wholesome.
よし。じゃあパンも焼いてっと。
Looks good. Time to toast some bread.
立花さん、おはようございます。
And this is the girl that is hosting the memory tour. Oh, Tachibana-san, good morning. Shuri walks in just as I get the bread into the toaster and turn the dial. Is the background music level fine to you? With her eyelids only half open, she still looks pretty sleepy.
しおり、おはよう。
Shuri, morning. When our eyes meet, everything that happened last night springs to mind. Remembering how she clung to me in fear of the thunder after the talk leaves me feeling an ineffable sense of self-consciousness. With my cheeks suddenly blazing with heat, I turn my face towards the frying pan.
思ったより早かったね。起きるの。
You're up earlier than I told you'd be.
お腹が空いてしまって。
I was hungry. Alright, she's like... always pretty much composed and everything. Elegantish, I would say. But when it comes to food, she just wants to eat, and eat.
そうなんだ。相変わらずだね。ちょうどよかった。もうすぐ朝ごはんだから顔洗ってきな。
Some things never change. Well, you're just in time. Breakfast is almost ready, so go wash your face. Ah. With a big yawn, she shuffles over to the bathroom. I've never seen Shuri so lethargic before. Thanks to how out of it she is, it seems my momentary agitation went completely unnoticed.
そろそろかな。
It should be about dawn. I remove the lid and turn the head up. I wait for the water to evaporate and carefully transfer the egg to a plate, then I put 2. While knowing Shuri's appetite, 3 slices of bacon into the pan and turn the head down. As I'm placing some sliced tomatoes and red leaf lettuce on the plate with the egg, the toast pops up. I add a pat of butter to the slice, snuggle the crispy bacon up next to the fried egg, and Shuri's hearty breakfast plate is now complete. Shuri returns from the bathroom and I motion her over to the kitchen table.
おかえり。リクはまだ寝てる？
Welcome back. Is Riku still asleep?
はい。しばらくは起きないかもしれません。
She is. I have a feeling she'll be out for a little while longer. Riku is the best friend of Shuri, that is our friend as well now. Shuri ended up sandwiched between me and Riku, so Riku might have had a hard time falling back asleep at night. Keeping that little tidbit of information to myself, I carry Shuri's plate over to her.
はい、どうぞ。私の分はこれから作るから、冷めないうちに食べちゃって。
Here you are. I'm going to make mine now, but go ahead and eat before it gets cold.
ありがとうございます。ではお言葉に甘えて。
Thank you so much. I can't wait to try it. With her face washed, she's back to her usual self. Seeing breakfast set out before her reminds me of something.
美味しいです。盛り付けもすごく綺麗。
This is good! And the way you plated it is
お
gorgeous.
世辞どうも。しおりの方が料理上手だと思うけど。
I know you're just being polite. You're a much better cook than me.
お世辞じゃないですよ。私の作る目玉焼きよりもちょっと半熟なんですけれど、ベーコンと絡むとちょうどいい塩気で朝から食が進んじゃいます。
I'm not just being polite. The egg is a little runnier than mine, but between that and the bacon, it's got the perfect level of salt and enough energy to keep me going all morning. I do apologize. Give me a second. I'm gonna figure out if the chat widget is working or not, because I'm a bit confused coming to it. Pa-pa-pam. Nope, not working. What's wrong with the widget again? Give me just a tiny second, please. Seems like it literally decided to not work anymore. I'm gonna put back the old widget of mine here. I hope it does work later on. We're gonna see later. Okay, back to the game. I'm not just being polite, the egg is a little runnier than mine, but between that and the bacon, it's got the perfect level of salt and enough energy to keep me going all morning.
なにその食レポ。でもよかった。最初に作った時はさ、食べてもらった人にスクランブルエッグなんて笑われちゃったけど、我ながらずいぶんうまくなったって思うよ。
That's quite a detailed review, but I'm glad you like it. The first time I made this for someone, they asked if it was meant to be scrambled and laughed at me. I guess I've gotten a lot better since then.
聞かなくても誰のことかわかりますから、その話はいいです。
I think I know exactly who you're talking about without needing to ask. I'd meant for my story to come off as funny, but she actually sounds somewhat upset. Not praying to why she acted that way, too.
その下月先生にも朝ごはんを作ってもらったんですか？
Did Miss Shimotsuki make breakfast for you as well? And this is about the teacher that we used to have the odd relation with.
ああ、うん。そうだね。
Yeah, actually, she did.
では、立花さんはもうちょっと待っててください。
In that case, hang on just a moment, Tachibana-san.
どうして？
What for?
今日の朝ごはんは私に作らせてください。
Allow me to make you a breakfast this morning.
うん、お願い。
Okay, sure.
任せてください。
Leave everything to me. She looks motivated. She makes that announcement being from ear to ear before severing every morsel of the breakfast I made for her. Nothing I made was especially difficult or time-consuming, and yet seeing that look of enjoyment on her face gives me an odd sense of satisfaction that's different from going shopping or playing games. It's like my heart is being filled up.
どうしてそんなにじっと見ているんですか?
Why are you watching me eat so intently?
いやほら
I just... She looks at me quizzically, her cheeks stuffed full of food.
食べてる姿可愛いなって
You look really cute when you eat. Wow! Straight to flirting it is. We're not so open before.
もう言うならもっとさりげなく言ってください。こちらを見つめながら言われたら恥ずかしいです。
Geez, don't sound so serious when you say that. Having you watch me like this is making me self-conscious.
だって本当だもん
I'm serious too. Want me to keep going?
やめてください。はい、ごちそうさまでした。美味しかったです。
She's going full No, I don't. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. It was so good.
じゃあ私の番ですね。
And now it's my turn. She stands up and heads to the kitchen counter. She asks for permission to browse through the fridge, and I tell her to go ahead, mentioning my mom already gave us the run of the place. While Shuri is busy making my breakfast, Riku wakes up.
おはよう。
There she is.
二人とも起きてたのかよ。
Morning. Hey, both of you are already awake. Man, romance games are so underrated. You don't need stuff like guns and fast cars to make you love a game. That is true. Some nice conf, it's always nice to me. But I love how it is not like plain, with different sort of emotions we can get from this game. Different sort of topics and themes. So it's not bland overall. It's relaxing. Riku is visibly exhausted from a lack of sleep this morning, just like I thought she'd be. My parents wake up shortly after, and in the end, Shuri somehow gets conscripted into making breakfast for all of us. Only my mom seems to be feeling lively this morning. I'm a little bit frustrated about how things have turned out, though it's also kind of funny. I may not be the only person who gets to eat Shuri's cooking, but I am the only one who got to make her breakfast. It's not really a big deal, and yet the memory of doing that takes up a special place in my heart. Sweet. Tachibana home, living room. After eating breakfast, I hang out with Shiori and Riku for a bit. We watch some television, check out some videos online, and chat about nothing in particular as we enjoy our day off. My dad drives out to bring back hamburgers for lunch, and everyone happily snaps them up. Burger! As I'm starting to feel drowsy after lunch, Riku and Shiori decide to head home.
この2日間、どうもお世話になりました。ありがとうございます。
Thank you for having us over. I really do appreciate it.
ありがとうございました。
Thanks so much.
いいえ、私も楽しませてもらったし、何よりかおちゃんのお友達に会えて嬉しかったもの。またぜひ遊びに来てね。
And no, this is not our sister, this is the mother indeed. She's tiny. Of course, I'm glad you guys had fun, but more importantly, I'm really happy I got to meet some of Kao-chan's friends. You're welcome to come back whenever you want. She's so sweet.
はい、ぜひ。
Yes, I'm much obliged. Yay!
ああ、そうそう。このドーナツどうする？まだいくつか残っているみたいだけど、お家の人にお土産にするかい？
That reminds me, what should we do with these donuts? It looks like there's still a couple left. Do you want to bring them back with you?
あ、それは。
Actually, before Riku can finish, Shuri opens her mouth to speak.
あんドーナツを一つ持って帰ってみます。一日経ってしまいましたけれど、家で温め直せば大丈夫です。
I'd like one of the red bean donuts, please. I know it's not fresh, but I can warm it up when I get home.
しおり、それってお父さんにか。
Are you bringing it back for your dad?
はい。喜んでもらえるかはわからないけど、でも喜んでもらえたら嬉しいし。 こういう機会はめったにないからね。
Yes, I have no idea if he'll like it or not, but I hope he does. Opportunities like this don't come along very often.
いや、お父さんは喜んでくれるんじゃないかな。娘の作ったお菓子なんだしさ。
I don't see why your dad wouldn't be happy to eat it. After all, his daughter made it. We did prepare ― before.
お父さんこっそり1個食べたの知ってるからね。
This outfit is so cool. I also love her hairstyle. I know you secretly ate one, Dad. I don't mind.
そうなの？私だって我慢してたのに。ねえみんな、私も一つもらっていい？
Wait, he did? And here was being all good. Can I have one too?
もちろんっす。な、しおり。
Of course. Right, Shiori? Oh,
しおり？
Shiori?
ごめんなさい。ちょっとぼーっとしてしまいました。もちろん食べてください。
Oh, I guess this is about her late mother. Oh, sorry, I must have zoned out for a moment. Of course you can have one. Feel free.
ありがとう。じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて、一つは私の。
Thanks. In that case, don't mind if I do. Riku ends up taking the rest of the dons home with her. As I expected. After they gather up their clothing from the day before, pack their bags, and make sure they haven't forgotten anything, we get ready to head to my dad's car so he can drive them back to the station. Riku is pretty much a donut girl.
よーし、大丈夫そうだね。じゃ、行こうか。
I think we're good to go. Let's hit the road.
じゃあ、気をつけてね。どうしよう。今家を出たって、お家の方に連絡した方がいいかな。お預かりしましたよってお礼も。
Drive carefully. Oh gosh, what should I do? Want me to call your folks and let them know you're on the way back? And thank them for letting you stay, of course.
やめてください。
Please don't. Shuri speaks slowly and firmly, as if trying to talk over my mom's overexcited babbling. Her words leave a chill in the air for a moment, but Shuri immediately follows up.
すみません。大丈夫ですって言いたかっただけですので、ちゃんと自分で連絡しますから。
Sorry, what I mean to say was, I'll be fine. I can text my dad myself.
そうだよ。小学生じゃないんだからさ。これくらい普通。
She's right.
リク。
We're not in elementary school. We can do that much on our own, right, Riku? Shuri pretty much did not say anything to her father, from what I do remember, because he's like hiding, hi, not. Because her father is very like controlling, I would say, coming to what she does, where she goes, because he's extra concerned after losing his son and his wife. He basically doesn't let her go out by her own, if I do recall properly. So yeah, this is about it. How are you doing, Green? Give me a moment. I'm still trying to make the chat work here. It's a bit annoying when it does this thing. Oops. Give me a second. Oh, okay. What happened? Come on. Oh my goodness. Did it work for a mere second, really now? I had the word glitch on Twitch. Oh, what happened? So the stream already ended, but you just started. Oh, I see. That's weird. I actually think it is an issue with stream elements, the one of my chat. There it is once again. Okay. We will be back. It would seem like so. Okay, fix it. Fix it. Okay. She's right, we're not in elementary school. We can do that much on our own, right, Rico?
そうだな。
Huh? Oh, right.
カオルの言う通りだから心配しなくていいよお母さん。それに俺がしっかり駅まで送り届けるよ。
Carl's right, so don't worry about it. I promise I'll get them straight to the station.
そうね。ちょっと心配しすぎちゃったかしら。
Okay, good. I guess I went a little overboard there.
そうそう。じゃあ行こう。
Yep, okay, let's go.
お邪魔しました。
Thanks again for letting us
お
stay.
邪魔しました。
Thank you for your hospitality.
また来てね。
It was no problem. Come back anytime. We troop out of the condo before taking the elevator down to the parking garage. Then we hop into my dad's beloved car, made by a Swedish company called something starting with an S, and off we go. We all excitedly talk about the sleepover on the ride over, and once we arrive at the station, Sherry and Rico get out. Tachibana home living room. With them gone, I find myself feeling somewhat lonely sitting at the kitchen table for dinner. My parents have always talked a lot over dinner, and I think I used to as well, at least until I found out about the affair. So I've noticed it had become way more talkative in the 2 weeks since I ran into Sherry for the first time. Basically, we did discover that the mother of ours did have an affair with another man. Which does mean that our father here is not our biological father because she got pregnant before actually getting married or something like that. And we discovered that later. And from then onwards, our relation with the family changed a lot. It became like quite cold at home, among each coming to the atmosphere. From our side, that is. They did not change. And also when we started hanging out with the girls, we started to begin improving what we wanted to make work. Like the relation with the family got slightly better, and other things like mental overall tools, I guess, coming to our present, what to do with it, what could be improved and what not. So I've noticed it, I've become way more talkative in the 2 weeks since I ran into Sherry for the first time, pretty much what I said.
かおちゃんのお友達、可愛かったね。仲も良さそうだし。
Your friends are so cute and it seems like you're all really close.
そうだったな。どうなんだ？みんな彼氏とかいるのか？
She's right, how's everyone doing? Do you all have boyfriends?
キモいから聞かないで。
I may be lesbian, so don't ask her questions like that.
ないで。
Yeah, dear, don't ask. What the heck?
真似しないで。
Don't copy me. Embarrassed at my instinctive response, I shoved the remaining rice from my bowl into my mouth.
ごちそうさま。
I'm done. I hastily gulped down the rest of my food before leaving my plate and utensils on the kitchen counter. Then I sit down on the couch before turning on the TV. I rarely think about my mom's affair or how I'm not my dad's biological kid. I mentioned it to Shuri and Riku, but I'm sure even they're aware that I consider everything that happened to be in the past tense. Actually, it was only last night that I finally felt like I could put everything behind me. It was the first time I told anyone other than Sensei about all of that. We did share that with Shiori.
私ドーナツ食べよう。コーヒー入れようかな。
Oh, I'm going to have a donut. I might make some coffee too. So, as Shiori did mention some of her past, mention some of her difficulties, the fear of thunder and whatnot, we did talk about our difficulty as well.
俺もう一個もらっとけばよかったな。
I should have kept an extra donut for myself. There's an echo in the game audio. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Give me a second. Should I try lowering the voices maybe? But only sometimes. Please let me know if that happens again. Thank you so much.
調子に乗らなくて正解だったと思うよ。りくちゃん、ドーナツを見る時の目つきはなんか違ったし。
It's probably good that you didn't. I saw the way Riku-chan was eyeing those donuts.
ああ、それもそうだな。じゃ、コーヒーは俺が入れるよ。
I guess so. I make coffee then.
本当？じゃあドーナツ半分こしようね。
Really? In that case, I'll split my donut with you.
お、焼くとく焼くとく。カオルもコーヒー飲むか。
Wow, what a nice perk. Do you want some coffee too? Karu? The characters goes in and out of Eiko. Yeah, mainly because I realized myself also that some of the voices are way louder than others, but not always. I'm gonna try lower a tiny bit more and lowering my own audio. Give me a second. I hope it works better now. Wow, what a nice perk. Do you want some coffee too, Kaoru? Goodness.
砂糖と牛乳入れて。
We barely hear it. Yeah, with milk and sugar. I do apologize about the scoop cinnamon buns. We can do it. Oh, she accepted the coffee together. I think today calls for a treat, so I'm pulling out the Blue Mountain blend.
ならカップもしまってあるのを出そうかな。
I'll go get the fancy cups out of storage.
いいそういう風にするならいらないから。
Please
普
don't.
通の普通でいいから。
I don't need any of that stuff. Just use the normal cups. They're treating it as a celebration. Because it was so long since they got a bit more united. What happened?
私の中
Oh,
で
okay.
何かが過去になったから今こうしていられるのかな。
I wonder if I'm able to be around them like this because I've made an internal decision to finally move on. I end up hanging out in the living room for a while until it's time for my bath. I guess I can say I've had my first real sleepover now. Severing the joy from the past couple of days with a sweet café au lait in hand isn't such a bad way to pass the time. Coleridge Chapter 6.
赤いに弾けた。
Chapter 7. Falling in love for the first time. There we go. Karu's room, 6:02 a.m. Wiki. I wake up to the sound of my alarm. This is a pretty rare occurrence. Most of the time I manage to wake up before my alarm goes off. With that said, it's still only 6 in the morning. Maybe I should try to sleep for a little longer, since I'm up earlier than usual. As I'm considering it, I get a text notification on my phone. You're on class duty today, Tachibana-san. Are you awake? Oh, right. In the excitement of our sleepover, not only did I lose track of time, but I also completely forgot that I have to come to school early. We forgot. I'm assuming I set my alarm on Friday knowing this might happen, so good job past me. But as far as I'm aware, Shuri isn't on duty, so why did she text me? Ask her and get a response right away. I just happen to be wide awake. I figured I may as well get my day started if I can sleep. From what I witnessed in the aftermath of our sleepover, Shuri is definitely not a morning person, but I guess she's still happy up from all the fun we had. Okay, I'll be hiding out in a minute. I wonder what expression she has on her face while reading my texts. I can see it through my phone screen, but I'll be able to once I get to school. Glancing at the Mocha sticker she sent me, I know to myself, Mocha is this cow. It's the favorite mascot of Shuri, basically. So she goes crazy over food a lot, and also over Mocha the cow. That's adorable, honestly. This, at first, I never get excited about going to school. Tomorrow begins the countdown to our finals, which start next week. It's usually a pretty depressing time, but for some reason I feel oddly buoyant as I change into my school uniform. School classroom, 7 AM. I arrive at school more than 30 minutes before the start of classes. Whoa. I'm not the first person to arrive, as evidenced by the stuff left behind by kids who stopped by briefly on their way to morning practice, but it's just me and one other person here right now. Good morning. Minagi Shuri, who was looking out the window, turns to greet me. Her long black hair swings pleasantly around her shoulders, buffeted in the rays of the morning sun. She's squinting her large eyes slightly to a too harsh glare of the overhead lights. Morning. I return her greeting, and she smiles at me quietly. Seeing her smile like that makes me feel an urge to look away. It's somehow embarrassing. Riko's already here, huh? How about now? Is the audio okay to you? Like more than echo the volume, do you hear it properly? Yes, as I understand it, clubs go on a temporary hiatus during exam week, but she still has morning practice. Makes sense, if they don't get any exercise in, they risk getting injured when they start up again. These are a couple of things I need to do as part of my classroom duties. Stuff like erasing the board before class starts, changing the water in the flower vase, printing handouts, writing in the classroom journal. The team generally consists of one boy and one girl, so instead of working together, they usually divvy up the tasks. I figured I'd take over the morning duties in exchange for having my partner erase the board between periods during the day. We had a budding artist in here on Friday, I say to myself while erasing the board. A lot of kids use the blackboard after school and don't bother to clean up. The artist of an anime character I'm not familiar with, but the student's technique is pretty solid. I guess that's why they didn't want to erase it. I'm sure not only one person who'd like to see it stay up, but unfortunately, it's gotta go. That's certainly true. Let me help you. We stand next to each other, wiping down the board. Oh, I can't reach. Short. I stand there and watch Shuri bounce up and down as she tries to reach the top of the drawing. That's cute. It's difficult to do anything precise while jumping, and in fact all she's able to manage is a useless slap to the board at the height of her arc. No.
ありがとね。
Let me help you out.
そんな簡単に。
Oh, you make it seem so easy. It's easy enough for me to reach the spot she can't, being about 10 centimeters taller than her. She looks so cute with her cheeks puffed out in annoyance.
花の水変えよう。
Time to water the plants?
一緒に行きましょう。
Okay, let's do it together. Oh, I immediately back to her former good cheer. She reaches out for the vase. Yeah, I forgot to mention how the CGs here are also animated. It's pretty cool. Which happens to be, at the exact moment I do the same and their hands briefly touch. Oh, our hands touched. I'd been expecting to grab the vase and instead I end up holding Shuri's hand. There we go.
あ、ごめん。
Oops, sorry. This looks so cute. And I truly do love the lighting here. Goodness, the art is so gorgeous. I quickly pull my hand back, maybe a little too forcefully. Hopefully I didn't hurt her. And I also love the atmosphere that the curtains to give here. I quickly pull my hand back, maybe a little too forcefully. Hopefully I didn't hurt her. That's odd. Why would I freak out over something as innocent as accidentally holding her hand? That's biab. We held hands when we first talked about the idea of overwriting memories, and also when we walked home from seeing the light show. Doing it again now shouldn't be anything special or extraordinary. So, why? Why do I feel so flustered?
なんだろう。ちょっとびっくりしちゃっただけで。
Oops, wow. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. I realize I'm babbling. I'm not sure what's causing this reaction, but just feeling her slender fingertips brush against mine makes my heart beat faster, sending a rush of hot blood to my skin.
なんか嫌とかそういうのじゃないから。
I'm not saying touching you grosses me out or anything. We're so cautious coming to her feelings, goodness. That's so sweet. I have no idea why I'm trying to come up with excuses, but I feel like my rational mind had separated from my emotions and drifted off somewhere. Unable to keep calm, I look at her.
大丈夫です。
Don't worry about it. We're so close to her! I can see she's blushing, but I have no idea why. Shuri has held my hand countless times at this point, so why is this happening now?
じゃあさ、水替えに行こうよ。
Let's get that water changed. Unable to stand the awkwardness that feels like it's growing to fill the entire classroom, I try forcefully changing the subject. There are some pretty, bluish-purple flowers in the vase.
なんてお花なんだろうね、このお花。しおり知ってる？
I wonder what this flower is called. Do you know, Shuri?
そのアガパンサスってお花だったはずです。夏のお花で綺麗ですよね。
Yes, it's called agapanthus. It blooms in summer and is very pretty.
そうだよね。花言葉ってあるのかな、こういうの。
I see. I will wonder what this kind of flower means.
それはわかりません。
Huh? Actually, I have no idea. Her cheeks are even redder than before as she averts her gaze. We carry the vase over to the sink outside our classroom, a short feeling of restlessness between us. By the time we get back, other students have begun trickling in. The boy was assigned which shows up and thanks me for taking care of most of the tasks, while agreeing to write in the journal and erase the board. Curious, I look up the symbolism associated with agapanthus once I sit down at my desk. It means
恋の訪れ。
the advent of love. Goodness! So much sweetness in this game. I really like also how the characters, like, they do have different personalities, of course. Maybe Riku is somewhat more bold, sorta a little bit more boyish, I would say, but still, like, their outfits are also amazing, and I feel like all of the girls are, like, I would know how to describe it if not, like, extra girly. Like, all the little features that are coming to each of the character, especially, like, they're super accentuated. Like, I feel like everything here is so well made, pretty, girly, cute, cozy, but with different vibes overall. I'm not sure how to explain myself over to what I to feel, but perhaps I made it sorta. We're at the pool for our first period gym class. Aside from the curious incident in the morning, when Shuri and I got ridiculously flustered over accidentally holding hands, our classes went smoothly without any problems whatsoever.
そうやさ、梅雨だってのに全然雨降らねえよな。
For being the rainy season, there's no freaking rain. But you're cute, girly, cozy, etc. Oh, wow, thank you.
今梅雨だったんだ。
I may be also gremlin too. Oh, the rainy season only just started.
そこからですか？
There's still time, right?
まあ、そう思っちゃうのもわかるよな。ママも10年くらい前はもうちょっとはっきりした梅雨って季節があったとは言ってたし。
I get that it doesn't rain every single day, but even my mom told me how the rainy season was way more obvious even just 10 years ago. Thinking back, it's rained a few times lately, but the only heavy downpour I can remember happened the night of our sleepover, 2 days ago. Actually, that one felt like more of a flash flood. I want to keep it. Here I am, I do be here. Spending Valentine's Day with the cinnamon buns. Oh, wow. That was loud. Feeling my heart start to race as I recall that night, I quickly tried to change the subject. Embarrassing!
そういえば、しおりはプール休みなんだね。
You're skipping gym class today, Shuri.
はい、少し体調が悪いんです。
Yes, I'm not feeling the best.
大丈夫か？お泊まり会で疲れちゃったのかもしんねえな。
Are you okay? The sleepover must have tired you out.
どうだろう。そうかもね。でも楽しかったから。ね。
I'm not sure, but you may be right. We did have a lot of fun, didn't we?
楽しかったのと疲れちゃうのはまた別だよね。
I don't think having a good time automatically means you'll be exhausted.
無理しないのは大事。ってしおり暑くないのか？
You definitely shouldn't push yourself if you're not feeling well. But aren't you warm? I realize Shuri is wearing both a button-up shirt and a long-sleeved sweater. Busy doing her reaction to showing her stomach the other day, I get the impression she doesn't like having any unnecessary skin exposed. To come to think of it, she usually has no problem wearing a bathing suit.
これははい大丈夫ですよ。日焼け止めも忘れてしまったので。
Oh, I'm fine. I just forgot to bring the sunscreen with me today.
そっか。まあここのプールウェルカム紫外線だもんね。
Makes sense. The pool really welcomes in those pesky UV rays.
英語の意味間違ってねえかそれ。まあ日焼け止めならあるからさ。
I don't think you're using that word right. But if you want sunscreen, I've got some you can use.
ありがとね。でも今は大丈夫。風も入ってきてるし。
I appreciate it, but I'm fine. There's a nice breeze.
でも見学でも熱中症には気をつけろよ。カオルの言う通り、太陽が昇ると結構暑くなるからさ。
Well, don't get headstroke while you're sitting next to the pool. Carol was right about one thing. The higher the sun goes, the hotter it gets.
そうするね。
I'll be
じ
careful.
ゃあ私日焼け止め借りていい？
Can I use some of your sunscreen?
言うなよ。こ これから泳ぐんだぞ。
Ask sooner next time. I was ready to get in the pool. She grumbles while going back to her locker to get me the sunscreen. We're allowed to use waterproof sunscreen, so I assume the teachers are aware of the logical issues that come with an outdoor pool. As I keep my gaze on Shiori, who's sitting on a nearby bench, I begin warming up. School courtyard, 12:08 p.m.
お腹すいた。
I'm hungry.
プールの授業の後はお腹すくよね。ついお弁当も大盛りにしてきちゃった。
I'm always ravenous after swim class, which is why I made sure to pack my bento full of food today.
しおり見学じゃなかったっけ？
But you're not even swimming today. I say offhandedly, though she doesn't reply. I'm pretty sure she always has a lot of food packed in her bento anyway, but I pretend I don't remember that. The three of us are once again eating our lunches in the courtyard.
もう明日から試験1週間前かよ。高2の夏休み前のテストだし、最低限内部推薦も狙えるくらいの点数は取っておきたいよな。
Tomorrow is the week before finals. The exams leading into the summer of second year are pretty important. I hope I can score high enough that I don't have to take college entrance exams. From the way Riku's talking, I'd guess she's already completed and turned in her questionnaire. In other words, she's already decided that she's continuing on to university. We did have the same trouble with Shiori, that we did not know what we want to do in the future. Her because of the issue that she followed all the steps of her brother, and me because I never really planned out anything and I spent all of the time with that sushi teacher. As one of two students who still haven't submitted our questionnaires yet, the mere thought of the topic fills me with anxiety.
部活の顧問がさ、点数見てくんだよな。部活休みな分、ちゃんと勉強しろってことだと思うんだけどさ。
My club advisor asked to look over my grades. I get the feeling he wants me to study harder now that I've got some extra time off.
今日が試験前最後の部活なんだっけ？
Today is your last club day before exam prep starts, right?
そうだよ。体がなまんないように、朝練だけはやるけどな。
Yeah, told we still have practice in the morning so we don't get rusty.
なるほど。私たちは部活やってないし、あんま変わらないね。
Makes sense, but since we're not in any clubs to begin with, it will be the same as any other week for us.
いえ、試験前は試験に合わせた勉強を中心にしますよ。
That's not true. We'll need to focus on studying for our exams.
そういえばさ、しおりはさ、塾では何を勉強してるの？
Speaking of which, what exactly are you studying at cram school, Shuri?
私は受験勉強です。週に2日だけなので、今は英語と数学の2コマを集中的に勉強しています。
Mainly revision for exams, I only go twice a week, but right now I'm focusing on English and mathematics.
数学か。大変だな。
Math? Huh? Sounds true.
なんで人事なんだよ。期末じゃ私たちも数学やんだぞ。
Why are you acting like it's only Shuri's problem? You've got a math exam coming up too, you know?
ごまかすなよ。
You can't fool me. She can be perceptive sometimes. The results of my midterms were pretty terrible. Mainly due to getting hooked on an 8th-season TV show and binge watching it instead of studying. Way to go.
何して過ごそうかな。
I wonder what I'll do this time around. I realized 1 second too late that I probably shouldn't have let myself say that out loud.
立花さん、それはどういう意味なんですか？
Tachibana. What exactly is that supposed to mean?
うわ、
Beep?
試験期間なんですから勉強しなきゃダメですよ。前回のテストの結果はどうだったんですか？
Considering it's our finals, the only thing you should be doing is studying. How did you do in your midterms?
ぼちぼち。
Not bad.
具体的に教えてください。
Give me numbers.
現代文は98点。他は平均以下で、最初が3つ。
98 in modern literature, the rest were below average. I had to retake 3 tests.
マジかよ。いや、最終落としてないだけマシかもしんねえけど。
Seriously?
食ってきた。
At least you passed your retakes, but still, what's wrong with you? It's no wonder that Rick was shocked. In our school, 60 or under is a failing mark. When that happens, you're given a chance to retake the exam. You have to take a remedial course if you fail again, so you still get credit for the class in the end. The average score is around 75, with the assumption being that you shouldn't fail as long as you put in the minimum amount of effort.
こうなるとむしろ、なんで現代文だけそんなに高いのか疑問です。私より上ですし。
Given your other scores, I can't help but wonder how your modern literature grade is so high, even higher than mine.
なんだろう、ドラマ見てたからかな。
Good question, maybe because I watch a lot of TV?
ドラマは関係ないんじゃねえか。あ、物語ってことなのか。心情とか文脈とかそういうの。
I'm not sure what that has to do with it. Oh, you mean because of the storytelling, understanding context and stuff? Big brain moment. Big brains do think alike. I basically improved my English a lot by reading visual novels. So yeah. And also, I did begin reviewing, starting from the visual novels on my review blog.
あとはほら、担任の先生の授業だから赤点取ったら面倒だなって。
Also, the class is taught by a homeroom teacher. If I fail it, it will make my life way more difficult.
橘さんの姑息な考え方は置いておきましょう。
Let's not delve too deep into your blundering approach to life.
姑息。
Blundering. Well, she's not wrong. My parents haven't said anything to me about the haphazard way I do things, because they know why am I like this. Also, I don't know how long they'll put up with it.
今回はせめて全科目で平均点以上を目指しましょうよ。
Try and aim for an above average score on every exam this time around.
勉強は嫌いじゃないけどさ、一人じゃ集中できないっていうか、監視の目がないとっていうか、高校入ってから自由になっちゃったから。
That sounds like quite a challenge indeed, considering how it went so far. I do know, it's not that I hate studying, but I have a hard time focusing when I'm alone. Maybe because nobody's watching over me. Ever since I entered high school, I've just been able to do whatever I
な
want.
ら私が監視します。
In that case, I'll supervise you. What?
いいよね。リクも一緒に。
It would be great. Riku can help
み
too.
んなで勉強するってことで合ってるか？
So you're saying we should all study together?
そういうこと。
Yes, exactly.
なるほどね。
Interesting. Sure is right that it'll be easier to focus on studying if I'm forced to do so. I don't work or go to cram school. Riku's on break from her club, and it was Shuri's idea in the first place, so I guess this works for all of us.
じゃあお願い。それなら楽しそうだしね。
I'd appreciate it. Sounds like fun, honestly.
いいえ、あくまで相互監視ですから、楽しく勉強なんて考えるのはやめましょう。
No, we'll be keeping each other honest to make sure we take this seriously. Fun is not our goal.
しおり、ガチだ。
Shuri's not messing around. Oh, wow. It's not exactly the direction I was expecting. As someone who's managed to maintain one of the top 3 grades in the entire school, she's obviously more focused on results than fun when it comes to studying. Of course she is.
今日は私が塾の日なので、明日から頑張りましょうね。
I have cram school today, so let's start our study sessions tomorrow.
任せて。今回はしおりに勝っちゃうかも。
Heh, sounds good. Maybe I'll even score higher than you this time, Shuri.
まず私に勝ってから言えよな。
You have to-
よっしゃ、私もやる気出てきた。
You'll have to beat me first. I'm totally fired up to take you both down. Well then, if everyone's on board to spend more time together, who am I to object? The city. 5:52 p.m. Riku heads off for her last after-school swim meet before finals, leaving me and Shuri to walk home together. Shuri's cram school is in the same direction as her home, meaning she still changes trains at Yokohama station as usual. I've already grown used to walking home with her side by side.
明日からは勉強か。
I guess we'll be studying hardcore starting tomorrow, huh?
今日から勉強してもいいと思うのですけれど、というか勉強しちゃダメってことは全くありませんけれど。
It wouldn't hurt for you to start today, you know? Orator, there's nothing stopping you from studying anytime you want.
ほら、お泊まり会からのギャップっていうの結構あるじゃん。あ、ドーナツは喜んでもらえた？
This is gonna be totally different from a sleepover, isn't it? Which reminds me, did your dad like the donut? Knowing that any talk about studying will only paint me in an unfavorable light, I quickly changed the subject. Shuri brought home one of the red bean donuts we made at my house. She mentioned that her dad loves Japanese-style sweets, so I wonder what he thought of it.
すごく喜んでもらいましたよ。
He loved it. Oh, did he? She answers, a clear confidence in her gaze, though I swear I saw her hesitate for the briefest moment. It seemed like a nervous reaction, maybe because she attended the sleepover without telling her dad about it.
じゃあ気をつけてね。どうしよう。今家を出たってお家の方に連絡した方がいいかな。お預かりします。やめてください。
That moment she mentioned it to thank the parents. Our mother, it is. I heard her dad was pretty strict, but a part of me feels like something else is going on. But anyway, that's good news.
よかった。
I'm glad to hear it.
それより明日からはちゃんと一緒に勉強しますからね。
Yeah, but more importantly, you'll be ready to study hard starting tomorrow, won't you?
わかってる。任せて。ちゃんと勉強モードに切り替えていくから。
I get it already. I'll be fine. I promise I'll switch into study mode.
はい、お願いします。だって祭祀や歩行になったら一緒に過ごせる時間が減っちゃいますからね。それに。
Good, I'm counting on you. Especially because if you have to redo a test or take summer classes, we won't be able to spend as much time together. Also... Also?
何でもありません。じゃあ駅に行きましょう。
Never
橘さん。
mind. Let's head over to the station. She sits brightly before skipping a few steps ahead of me. As I hurry to catch up, I think about exactly what I want to talk to her about in the 15 minutes we'll have together on the train, but there is so much that I can get my thoughts in order. I'm not a huge fan of studying, but maybe it won't be so bad with Shuri and Rico around. I think to myself as I head home. Diana dear. That was a sudden change of scene. I'm not a huge fan of studying, but maybe it won't be so bad with Shuri and Rico around. I think to myself as I head home. What happened? Something similar crossed my mind while I was heading home yesterday, but...
飽きた。
Yep, I gave up.
早いよ。
That was fast.
早すぎです。
Too fast. It's after school on Tuesday and we're at a nearby fast food chain. The place is mostly full of students from our school who are here studying for finals like us. Shuri and I only ordered drinks while Riku got her usual order of donuts.
部活休みなのにそんなに食べたら太らない？
If you eat that much while on break from your club, won't you gain weight?
いや、ドーナツってカロリーゼロって聞いたことあるぞ。揚げるときに穴からカロリーが抜けていくんだって。
I heard donuts don't have calories, they all leak out in the middle during the frying process, you see. What the hell?
リクは運動もしてるしね。
Well, I guess you're still exercising at least.
立花さん、話をそらさないでください。あとドーナツはちゃんとカロリーあるからね。
Tachibana, stop getting off topic. Also, Riku, donuts absolutely have calories. She's shocked. I can't believe that. Shuri's workload has increased somewhat thanks to Riku losing her mind over donuts.
まだここについて1時間も経っていないじゃないですか。
It hasn't even been an hour yet.
なんかさ、動機っていうか目的っていうか、そういうのがないと集中できないんだよね。
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I can't concentrate without some kind of motivation or goal.
全科目平均点以上を取るというのは違うのでしょうか。
Isn't your goal to score above average on all your exams?
それは目標であって目的じゃないね。
That's an objective, not a goal.
そうですか。
If you say so,
勉強嫌だって言うけどさ、薫ってもともと頭いい中高一貫にいたんだろ。
you say you hate
小学受験
studying,
大変だったんじゃないか。
but didn't you attend a middle school for smart kids? Now those exams must have been rough.
どうだろう。あの時はちゃんと勉強してたね。だって中学に入ったらスマホ買ってもらえる約束してたから。
I remember studying pretty hard back then, but mainly because my parents promised to buy me a phone if I passed the entrance exams. So we are lucky motivation indeed.
ああ、目的。物につられて中学受験に受かるのはすごいかもしんねえけど。
Oh, I understand now. They basically tricked you into passing. That's pretty amazing.
それは目的ではなくてご褒美というのではないでしょうか。
Isn't that more of an incentive than a goal?
確かにそうかも。私ご褒美があると頑張れる。
You're probably right. I'm very much reward motivated.
そうですか。
I see. I was half joking when I said it, but seeing Shiri's excitement, I think that part went over her head. So, considering my poor grades are the reason why we're here right now, I guess she has every right to be annoyed with me.
茶化してるわけじゃないんだけど。
They
ごめん
blush.
ね。
Blushy blush.
思い返してみたら実際物で釣られるか反骨心みたいなのでしかちゃん
They
と勉
blush
強
all the
したことない
time.
な私。
With them pink cheeks. Mhm. I do have two as well. Round ones, indeed. I'm sorry for teasing you. Thinking seriously about it, I've only ever done well on tests due to bribes or out of spite. I can't handle the blush. You cannot? Spite is what led me to quit my previous school and try to get into my current one. Oh, I see. You cannot handle the blush. It's so much blush that it's making you blush, I assume. At the time, I figured I had no chance in hell of getting into Aoba due to its escalator system, where students normally have to come from its associated middle school. But the blushing fox is cute. Thank you. Glad to hear so. But because I was committed to doing whatever it took to get out of there, I devoted myself to my studies and ended up getting accepted to one of the best public high schools in Japan.
って言っても、私も成績次第でお小遣いもらうことあるから、人のこと言えねえな。
Not like I can say anything, considering I get a bonus on my allowance depending on my grades.
もう、わかりました。じゃあ、橘さん、どんなご褒美が欲しいんですか？
Fine, I see how it is. Tachibana-san, what kind of reward would you like? Heh.
船で世界一周とか船乗るの好きだし。
A boat trip around the world. I like riding in boats.
どんなご褒美が欲しいんですか？
What kind of reward would you like?
聞こえなかったことにしたな。まあ、今のは薫が悪い。
I think she's pretending she didn't hear that, which is fair, all things considered. But also I forgot to show you. Look at the amount of donuts she took. Like this is her average amount. I need donut as well. True. I'd love a reward, but of course I can't ask either of them to buy me something, so I'm at a loss. You can ask Shuri for a date.
美味しかったです。もうちょっと早く来れば他のお店とも食べ比べができたかもしれません。
Those soup dumplings were pretty tasty too. If we'd arrived a little earlier, we would have had more time to figure out what the best place for them was. My mind suddenly turns back to the day I went to Chinatown with Shiori. Went after a long day of shopping, so it's not like we had a chance to fully enjoy ourselves.
じゃあさ、1日の土曜日中華街行かない？
How about a day trip to Chinatown on
それっ
Saturday?
て試験開始の3日前だろ？
You mean right before our exams start?
でもあんまりご褒美が遠いと持たないし。
Yes, if I don't get my reward right away, then it won't work as motivation.
そこは頑張れよ。 まあでも中華街だったらご飯だろ。それくらいだったらうちも特に文句言われないと思うし、ありじゃねえかな。
Oh, I'll see what I can do. So, if we're talking about Chinatown, it'll mostly involve food. I don't think my parents would put up a fuss about me going, so it's not out of the question.
中華街、確かに前に立花さんと行った時には食べ比べできませんでした。ですがテスト前ですし。
Chinatown, you say? There were so many different foods I didn't get to try last time we went, but it's also right before our finals. Your expression seems far more conflicted than I was expecting. I didn't realize her internal struggle between her desire for food and her personal ethics would be so obvious, but it's a refreshing change of pace from how annoyed she's been this whole time.
ほら思い出して、小籠包とかダージーパイとか美味しかったじゃん。お昼に行けば他のお店もあるよ。
Remember how delicious those soup dumplings and fried chicken were? And if we go in the early afternoon, we'll be able to hit up way more food stalls.
ですが試験前は。でもこの日は確かお父さんは用事で家にいないはず。なら。
I know, but our final exams. So I know for a fact my dad will be out of the house on business that day, which means...
私はこの場合どっちにつけばいいんだろうな、これ。
Personally, I'm fine either way.
中華街なら近いしさ、遊びに行くんじゃなくてご飯を食べに行くだけ。ね？
Chinatown isn't that far away, and it's not like we're going to be partying. Everybody's gotta eat, right? In that case, with her gaze lowered, she reluctantly forces out her
ちゃん
answer.
と勉強の計画を立てましょう。お食事に行くならその分の時間も考慮して前倒しで勉強するような計画にしましょう。
We have to come up with a solid study plan. We'll set aside the time spent going out to eat and make up for it beforehand.
ってことは。
So, what's your decision?
ノルマが達成できたら中華街に行きましょう。
If we meet our study quota, then we can go to Chinatown.
しおりが落ちた。
Shuri has surrendered.
やる気出てきた。
Great, now I'm super motivated. Yay, we did it.
たまには息抜きも必要ですよね。
We all need a break once in a while, right?
その通り。
So true.
だな。
For sure.
その代わりちゃんとやってくれますか？嘘ついちゃダメですよ。
Which means you have to promise me that you'll study seriously, okay? No lying.
うん、約束。それに、しおりに嘘はつけないよ。
Okay, I promise. Anyway, I could never lie to you, Shuri.
本当ですか？何回もごまかされたことがあるような。
Really? Because I seem to remember you pulling the wool over my eyes on multiple occasions.
それとこれとは別。嘘はつかないってことで。
That's different. I wouldn't call any of those lies exactly.
本当に嘘つかないですか？
You really swear that you're not lying to me? We have to be sure about that. She looks at me with her round puppy dog eyes. It would normally be an insignificant promise, and yet she seems surprisingly adamant about making sure I keep my word. She does care. I give it some thought before once again confirming that I can answer honestly.
私、しおりに嘘つかない。
Yep, I won't lie to you, Shuri.
わかりました。なら約束です。
Good, in that case we have a deal. Shuri smiles in response and nods. She begins mapping out our study plans in her notebook. It seems pretty intense, but it's still less than what I went through to get into high school. The trip to Chinatown will give me something to look forward to, at least.
あ、リクもだからね。
Oh, you need one too, Riku.
やっぱりか。まあしおりと一緒に勉強したら成績上がりそうだし全然いいな。
Of course, I'm sure studying with you will bring my grades up, Shuri, so I'm totally on board.
もちろん私もだよ。みんなでノルマを達成して中華街のご飯を食べ尽くそうね。
Yep, and of course a plan for me as well. And as long as we all meet our quotas, then we'll get to stuff ourselves silly in Chinatown.
おう。
Yay!
気合十分。
Someone's excited. Afterwards, we continue studying. With a firm plan in place, I'm able to consolidate my notes, solve problems efficiently, and most of all, I feel super motivated. I'm gonna work even harder tomorrow, I think to myself. That's the way to go. Study, study. Cinnamon buns, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna prepare a tea brew for myself here and get the fruit. It's gonna be a shortish break, like 10 minutes, I think. Be right back. Forgot to unmute. We do be back. I had the fruit, had the tea, and I do be vibing to my favorite visual novels. So let's continue. Last night I followed the plan Shuri put together for me and hit the books with 0 distractions. Thank you for the hat pat. Thank you. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Bam, 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 bam. Eat some fruit as well, as possibly. A piece of fruit a day. Just keep this fox reminding you to eat more fruit, I guess. Okay, last night I followed the plan Shuri put together for me and hit the books with 0 distractions. Although most of it was simply revision, I went in with a fresh mindset, as if learning everything for the first time, albeit with the self-awareness of having actually studied everything once before. Night became morning, and now it's Tuesday. There's only 1 week left before our exams.
立花さん、おはようございます。あれ？
Tachibana-san, good morning. Huh?
おっすかおるってなんだそれ。
Hey, Kaoru, what's wrong with you? What happened? When I arrive at school, the two of them are already there. I catch a faint whiff of chlorine from Riku, meaning she had practiced this morning. I tell both of them how I followed my study plan the night before.
はい、それは良かったです。ですがそれどうしたんですか？
I see, that's good to hear, but what are you doing with those?
なあこれほら言ったじゃん明日からは勉強
The glasses. Oh, this? I thought I told you already. I'm going into serious study mode starting tomorrow. What are you gonna do with those? Next question. They both seemed surprised that I showed up to school wearing glasses. Standard black framed glasses.
立花さんって目が悪かったんですか？これまでコンタクトだったとか。
I didn't know you needed glasses, Tachibana-san. Have you been wearing contacts this whole time?
視力は 1.1 ずつあるよ
No, my prescription is like 1.1 in each
じゃ
eye.
あなんでメガネ
Then why are you wearing
私
glasses?
ってほら形から入るタイプじゃん賢くなった気がする
I
今
have
の
to get
私偏差値100はあるよ
I have to get into the right frame of mind. This makes me feel smarter. Right now, I'm in the 100 percentile. What the hell does that mean? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. 100 percentile. I'm actually wearing non-prescription glasses. I bought them a while back thinking I might be able to put them to use someday. But since I hated them so much that I only wore them once or twice before stuffing them in a drawer. I still think wearing glasses makes anyone appear more intelligent too. That may or may not
お
be
しゃれ
true.
って感じで知的とは違うかもしれませんけれど。
I feel like those are more of a fashion accessory than a mark of intelligence.
ひどいな。
Ouch. I close my eyes and take off the glasses. Shuri watches me for a moment before crying out in confusion.
メガネ外しちゃうんですか？
You're taking them off?
うんかけてみて思ったけど慣れてないと鼻とか耳とか気になって落ち着かないし
Yeah, I just wanted to try them out. I'm not used to feeling constant pressure on my nose and ears, too, so they'd make it hard to concentrate.
ちょっと似合ってましたのに。
Did it look good on you? Oh, wow! Blushy blush. She says, almost to herself, her voice barely loud enough to hear. Maybe it's just my imagination, but
あ、おい。
maybe
もう
it's
授業
not.
始まるぞ。
Oh no, class is starting, of course. To
今日
interrupt
も
us
勉強
there.
頑張ろうね。
Right, let's study hard today.
目指せ偏差値100
100% heroico.
だからそれはいいって。
I already told you that's not a thing. With that, I head to my seat. First period is math, which I'm particularly bad at. But the promise of Chinatown on the horizon gives me the motivation to do my best. School class from 2:50 p.m.
はい、じゃあ今日の授業は終わり。
Okay, class, that warps to exact for today.
今週から試験1週間前だからちゃんと勉強すること。時間ができたからって遊びに行っちゃダメよ。
Don't forget your exams are a week from now, so make sure you study hard. If you find yourself with time to spare, don't even think about wasting it. Mrs. Ahi calls out to us at the end of class, so our responses are all pretty half-hearted. She's so unlike it that it's hard to feel intimidated by her. As I'm about to walk out of class, I notice a piece of paper drift lazily to the ground from Mrs. Ahi's direction. Happening to be nearby, I pick it up and run into the hall of flag her own. School hallway.
あ、橘さん、
Ah, Tachibana-san. After catching up to her, I hand her the piece of paper.
拾ってくれたのね。
Thanks for
ありがとう。
bringing this to me.
これって
What is it?
東京の美術館で開催される展示会の割引券なの。こういうのって各学校に何枚か配られているのよ。今週の日曜日からみたいなんだけど。
It's a discount coupon for an exhibit at the Tokyo Art Museum. They give out a few of these to every school in the area. I think the exhibit starts from this Sunday. She just happens to have a coupon for the very same museum we visited last week. The same place I had an unfortunate run-in with Sensei. It sounds like the new exhibit will start next month, on Sunday the 2nd.
朝日先生も行くんだ。こういうとこ。
I didn't know you were into that kind of stuff, don't tell me. She's in the relationship with the other teacher.
たまにはね。この展示は私も飲み友達と行こうと思ってたけど、割引券は学生よ。美術部の子で欲しいって子がいたから持ってきたんだけど、今日はお休みだったの。
When the mood strikes, I wanted to go with some drinking buddies of mine, but the coupons are for students only. I brought this in today because a student in the art club mentioned wanting to go, but the club's on break this week.
飲み友達って大人みたい。
Drinking buddies, huh? How grown up?
私は大人よ。橘さん、もしかして気になる？だいたい余っちゃうから欲しかったらどうぞ。
I am a grown up after all. Would you like to go, Tachibana-san? I have a bunch of extras, so I'm happy to give you one.
んじゃ、私はこれで。印象派の特別展見たかったんだけど、ちょっと気が早かった。
Oh, the
来月
memory
からだったみ
of
たい
the
なんだ。
teacher there mentioning like she wanted to visit that exhibition indeed.
別の展
The
示
very
会と
same
勘
it
違い
is.
しててさ。行けても初日かな。
Yikes. Do you really want to see her?
でもいい。美術とか興味ないから。
Thanks, but it's fine. I'm not really into art. There we go, progress. Moving on.
意外と興味ありそうだなって思ってたけど。で、さっきから敬語抜けてるのは気づいてるんだけども。
Fair enough. I wondered if you might be, but anyway, I'd appreciate if you talk to me like a teacher and not like one of your friends.
はーい。気をつけます。
Oh, sure. Sorry. I'll be more careful.
よろしい。じゃあ、今日も勉強頑張ること。
Great. Now get back to studying. And with that, she heads off. I figured she'd harp on me about the questionnaire again, but she never mentioned it. She's probably aware that it'd only stress me out if she brought it up every single time we happened to run into each other.
カオル、どうかしたのか？
Oh, Kaoru, what's going
う
on?
ん。朝日ちゃんが落とし物したから届けてただけ。
Nothing, Asahi dropped something and I just returned it. I explained how she had student discount coupons for the art museum. The same one we visited the week before. Sure, it seems like she might be interested too. She doesn't say anything, probably due to having overheard my interaction with Miss Asahi.
って感じ。じゃ、今日も勉強しに行こっか。
That's basically it. Let's go study, shall we?
今日はまた気分を変えて自習室に行きませんか？
Right, I thought we could go to the studio room today for a change of
い
pace.
いけど喋れなくない？
Sure, but aren't we not allowed to talk in
だ
there?
からいいんじゃねえか。
Isn't that a reason to go?
リクの言う通りです。
Rico makes a valid point. And with that, we'll head toward the studio room. We end up studying until close to 6 in the evening before heading home. I was able to make good progress due to no talking rule. While not being able to talk was pretty boring, knowing Shiri and Rico were there with me. Gave me the motivation to work hard. We continued studying hard for 4 days, ending on Friday. I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said this is the most seriously I've studied since taking the exam to get into Alba. And with my accumulated knowledge and percentile score at an all-time high, Saturday morning finally arrives. Pam pam pam. School classroom, 12:07 p.m. It's the first day of July. Since it's the first Sunday of the month, we only have morning classes today. I didn't bother bringing a bento with me for after class because we're all heading straight to Chinatown as a reward for working so hard this week. At least, that was the plan.
では抜き打ちテストをしますね。
It's time for a surprise quiz.
聞いてないんだけど。
Huh? You didn't mention anything about a quiz.
抜き打ちなんですから当然でしょ。
That's what makes it a surprise, you see.
マジかよ。私もか。
Seriously, me too?
もちろんリクもだよ。じゃあ私が問題出しますよ。
Of course. Okay, here are the question sheets. She announces loudly. I start off unsure how this will go, but it seems like the effort we put in wasn't for nothing, as we're both able to answer all of Shuri's questions correctly.
勉強の甲斐があったね。
How does studying actually paid off?
だな。ところで、なんでカオルは今日もメガネなんだ？
Right? By the way, Kaoru, why are you wearing these glasses again
見
today?
た目から偏差値上げてきたのと。
I'm increasing my percentile power.
なんなんだよ。
Still not how it works. I'm too embarrassed to admit it's because Shuri mentioned the glasses looked good on me. Ooh! Then beaming with satisfaction, Shuri closed her textbook.
二人ともバッチリです。お腹が空いていたので、もし合格できてなかったら一大事でしたよ。
You two did perfectly. I'm already hungry, so if you hadn't passed it, I would have been devastated.
中華街に行きましょう。これはあくまでお昼ご飯を食べに行くためですからね。
Let's go to Chinatown, but only for lunch, of course, not for any other reason.
待ってしおり。
Wait, Shuri. She looks at me quizzically, wondering why I'm holding her back.
しおりにも抜き打ちテストしよう。
You should take a surprise
Riku?
quiz too, right, Riku?
ははーん。いい考えだな。よーし、しおり。覚悟しろ。
Oh, good idea. Okay, Shuri, get ready. Riku, who seems incredibly excited, teams up with me to give Shuri problem after problem to solve. She answers them all correctly, and I feel strangely obligated to offer her my glasses in apology for having doubted her. With that done, the three of us head to Chinatown with clear consciences. Yokohama Chinatown.
やっほー、中華街だ。
Yahoo! Chinatown!
カオル、妙にテンション高くないか？
Aren't you getting a little too excited, Kaoru?
つい数日間頑張って勉強した反動かな。
Well, after studying so hard over the past few days, I need to let loose.
いいと思いますよ。息抜きは必要ですし、必要ですよね。
Quite so, it's important to take a breath to clear your head. Don't you
し
agree?
おり、自分に言い聞かせてねえか？
I feel like you're trying to convince yourself. Chinatown on Saturday afternoon is bustling with activity. As a popular tourist destination, the neighborhood is teeming with people of all ages and nationalities. Every store and stall has a sizable line in front of them. As I look around, I spot a sign at the entrance for a video game arcade.
あれ、いいじゃん。
That looks like fun.
ゲーセン？なんかあるのか？
What, dear kid? What's the sign say?
コスプレキャンペーンプリクラの衣装貸し出し今度にしませんか
It's a cosplay promotion. You can rent costumes for the photo booth. Maybe we should do that next time we're here. Wow, that's unexpected.
中華街でチャイナドレスっていうのもいいと思うけど。
Considering we're in Chinatown, it'd be kinda nice to wear kipao. I hope I did read that properly, but I guess I did not. Sorry in advance.
だって恥ずかしいですよ。足にスリットがあるじゃないですか。
I couldn't possibly. When I think about how they have a slit that goes all the way up the side of the skirt.
しおり似合うと思うけど。それにプリクラだから他の人から見
Come
え
on,
ないよ。
Shuri. It will look so good on you, Shuri. We'll be in the booth, so it's not like anyone else would see except us.
でも
But I should have known Shuri would be against anything involving dressing up. I thought the same thing when I gave her some of my clothes to wear during the sleepover, but she looks good in a variety of different styles. Plus, unlike me, she's so pretty that a daring kipao would be all the more alluring on her.
見てみたいけどな。しおりのチャイナ。絶対可愛いと思うしさ。
I'd love to see the dress on you, Shuri. You look absolutely adorable.
そういう言い方してもダメです。
Please don't say stuff like that. Watching Shuri about to walk past the arcade in question, I should take a meaningful glance. I have no idea if she noticed it or not, but she calls out to Shuri regardless.
でもさ、これキャンペーンだってよ。なんかチャイナドレスを着てプリクラ撮ると中華街のほとんどの店で割引とかトッピング追加とかのサービスがあるみてえだ。
Wait a second. It says if you take a photo in a kipao while the campaign is running, you also get discounts of or free extras at most of the food stalls in Chinatown. There we go. Let's bribe Shuri.
そうなの？
Really?
小籠包 10% オフとかチャーシュー追加とかいろいろ書いてあるな。
10% off soup dumplings, extra char siu pork, that kind of stuff.
それは
That's a pretty good deal. The way to get to Shuri's heart, or to her clothes, is through her stomach. This promotion might as well have been tailor-made for Shuri. She glanced around before leaning closer and whispering in my ear.
撮ってもいいですか？
Can we do it?
もちろん。リクも見たかったもんね。しおりのチャイナ。
Sure, no problem. I have a feeling Riku wants to see you in one of those dresses too. Shut up! It's true too.
もう中華街の軍資金のためだから仕方なくだよ。
Knock it off! I'm only doing this because I need funds for feasting. Abababaception it is. We change our clothes in the changing room provided by the arcade. Guy-only groups are banned from entering the photo booth area, so even though it's crowded, it's basically all girls in here, which probably helps to make Shuri feel more at ease. We enter the booth and insert our money. After selecting the settings we want, we wait for the timer to count down. Ah, so pretty! Goodness!
もう撮影が始まるんですか？
They do look amazing! Oh, are we starting already? And the colors that fit them so well. So cute and pretty.
アナウンスに従えば大丈夫だから。
Yes, just do whatever the voice tells you to.
部活のメンバーとはたまに撮るけど、このメンバーってのは新鮮だな。
I've only ever taken photos with the other girls in my club, so this is a brand new experience to me. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Ha! What? Did she forget we have to take the picture? Like this?
いい感じ。ちょっとぎこちないけど。
That's great, so maybe a little stiff. It just went off. Get ready for the next photo.
まだあるんですか？
What, there's more?
5回くらいは撮るんじゃねえか？
They normally take about 5 shots, I think.
そうなの？ポーズ取らなきゃ。
They do? Oh no, I need to strike a pose. 3, 2, 1.
変な感じになっちゃいました。
I feel like that came out pretty weird. It might be a bit odd
い
indeed.
いんじゃない？そういうのも可愛いよ。
What's the problem? You still look cute.
ほら次来るぞ。
Come on, get ready for the next one. The shutter snaps several more times. Shuri can seem to get the hang of it, so I find endless amusement in watching her frantically trying to follow the photo booth's mechanical orders. Here comes the last one. Everyone squeeze together. 3, 2, 1. As I try to do exactly that, I feel my body brushing against Shuri's. Because I hadn't been paying attention to how close we were, it catches me completely off guard. Ah,
橘さん。
Tachibana-san? Shuri! We all freeze in position mid-squish. But 10 doesn't freeze with us, and as the countdown reaches 0, the shutter goes off. The snap of the photo being taken sounds ridiculously loud.
あー最後の最後でなんか変な感じになったぞ。
Ah, that last one was the weirdest of all.
ギリギリフレームには入ったんじゃないかな。
I think I just barely made it in frame.
これでおしまいなんですよね。プリクラって思ったより疲れるんですね。
That's the end of that. Having my photo taken is a lot more exhausting than I thought it'd be.
まあでもこの後落書きがあるからな。
We haven't even gotten to the decoration part yet.
落書き？どこに何を書くの？
The decoration part? How does that work?
落書きは自由だよ。
That part's up to you.
自由なんですか？
It's up to me.
いや合ってんだけどさ。しおりのこと笑わせようとしてねえか？
Well, all of us, are you trying to mess with her or something?
してるよ。
I am.
お腹が空いて抗議する力も出ません。
Oh, I'm so hungry that I don't have the strength to argue. Actually, now that I'm looking at the rules, it sounds like you... Oh,
プリ取るのが条件で
she was speaking.
チャイナドレスじゃなくてもよかったみてえだぞ。
Actually, now that I'm looking at the rules, it sounds like you can get the discounts for just taking photos. We didn't have to dress up.
そうなんだ。
Oh my.
知らなかったな。
I bet she knew that all along too. Oh, yeah? I had no idea.
橘さん、絶対知っていたじゃないですか。
Tachibana-san, you absolutely knew from the very beginning.
似合ってたからいいじゃん。しおりのチャイナ。結果オーライってことで。
But the dress just looks so good on you. Also, that dance well, am I right?
もう二人の前でも恥ずかしかったんですからね。
All that happened is I got to embarrass myself in front of you two. After finishing the first part of the photoshoot, we move to where the decoration part begins. Surprisingly, once we start, Shuri seems to really enjoy adding little doodles. She did tell me once that she likes drawing, so maybe she's got a natural inclination towards art. With another group behind us, waiting for their turn, we hardly finish up and then change back into our clothes. We exit the arcade and find ourselves once again staying at the entrance to Chinatown.
何はともあれ、中華街のご飯は何でも食べ放題ですね。
At any rate, now I'm free to eat as much food as I want in Chinatown. Oh,
どうしたんだ？
what's wrong?
そういえば、キャンペーンの特典をもらうには、撮影したこの写真を見せなくちゃいけないんですよね。
We'll have to show other people the photos we took in order to be eligible for the special
そ
offers.
ういうことになるね。
That's how it works.
誤算でした。
I've made a grave
しおり
miscalculation.
が本当に恥ずかしいんだったら無理に見せなくてもいいんじゃねえか？
If you're too embarrassed, you don't have to show anyone.
割引は使わないとダメだよ、絶対。でも、ちょっと恥ずかしいから、落書きが多めのこの写真を使おう。
There's no way I'm missing out on my discount after all that. I'm still a bit shy about it, but I can always show them one where we're mostly covered by doodles.
これカオルがポーズ失敗したやつだな。
Oh, this is the one where Kaoru completely failed at posing.
そうなの。プリクラって何が楽しいのかわからなかったけど、形に残るものを撮るっていうのは楽しいんだね。恥ずかしかったですけど。
Indeed, I didn't understand why people like these photos so much, but I suppose it's rather fun to have a tangible memory, isn't it? It's still embarrassing too.
根に持ってる？
You're gonna hold this one over my head forever, huh? Come to think of it, none of us tend to take very many selfies, if any. Orator, no one ever asks to take a photo except of our surroundings. It's not like anyone's come out and said they don't like having their photo taken, but none of us really seem that interested.
焼き小籠包ですって。食べてみましょう。
Oh, fried soup dumplings! I want to try some! I'm hungry now! Taking full advantage of the discount from her kipawa-clad photoshoot, she gobbles down a variety of dumplings and sweets. It hasn't taken me long to notice that Shiri loves meat and recollects anything donut-related. I try a few things at the beginning, but by the end I find myself full enough just watching the two of them eat their way through Chinatown. After about an hour or so, I spot a store that seems to be attracting an impressively large crowd.
なんだろうあれ。
I wonder what's going on there.
気になりますね。担々麺のお店みたいです。店内の飲食だけじゃなくて持ち帰りもやっているみたいですよ。並んでみましょう。
I'm intrigued. Let's see. It looks like a tantanmen restaurant. They have space to eat inside, but you can take it to go as well. Let's line up.
テレビで紹介されたばっかで混んでるみてえだな。へえ、本場を超越した本格派だってさ。なんじゃそりゃ。
I saw that place on TV the other day, so that'd be why it's so busy. They say it's got authenticity that surpasses the original. What's that even mean?
なるほど。本場を超越した本格派なんだね。
I see. Authenticity that surpasses the original, huh?
繰り返してるだけじゃねえか。
Don't just repeat what I say.
そういえば最近は辛いものを食べてなかったので楽しみです。
I haven't eaten anything really spicy lately, so I must say I'm excited. Shuri seems even more energetic than when we first started our gourmet extravaganza. I never get tired of watching her enthusiasm over food, but my stomach has long since passed its limit. We stand in line for about 20 minutes, during which time we all have our notebooks open studying. I guess at some point along the way, I've learned how to kill time by studying. It's not so bad. We finally reach the front of the line and place our orders.
私は普通にしよう。これが今日の最後かな。
I'll go with the regular size. This might be it for me today.
私は一番人気の特盛りでお願いします。プリクラがあるのでチャーシューもつけてください。
An extra large serve of whatever's most popular, please. Also, I have this photo, so I'd like to add a char-siu on top, if that's okay.
私はいいかな。
I'm good, I think.
せっかくですし、立花さんも食べましょうよ。こっちの小さいのもありますし、どうですか？
But we waited all this time. You should eat something, Tachibana-san. Look, this one here is just small serving, isn't it?
うん。それならギリギリ食べられるかな。
Sure, I might be able to fit it in somehow. I find myself blurting out in response to Shuri's encouragement. I'm a sucker when it comes to Shuri. What can I say? I'm putting her hands whenever I see that smile of hers. I can't believe I'm thinking this way. Before I have time to dwell on how weird I am, I walk into the seating area of the restaurant with a plastic bowl of freshly made tantanmen.
いただきます。
Bon appetit!
いただきま
I can't wait to dig in. They both say enthusiastically before beginning to eat. As I wonder how they can eat as much as they do, I begin shoveling noodles into my mouth, before they can suck up too much of the broth. Oh! The moment the first two noodles enter my mouth, it feels almost like time stops. For a moment, I have no idea what's going on, but in the next instant, my tongue feels like it's on fire. Oh no. I'm at a loss for words. Orator, I know exactly what I want to say, but I can't move my tongue in the right way to get the words out. The smell of chili peppers rapidly fills my mouth, and there's a painful stinging sensation coming from behind my eyes. Hot! So hot! Awa! I cry out, finally able to verbalize my distress. The level of spiciness packed into these chili peppers is so extreme that a normal inside voice just won't suffice. I'd heard before that spiciness is more of a pain than a taste, and I am experiencing that firsthand to the loss of my tongue. What? This is too spicy!
はい水。薫って叫ぶんだな。
Here, water, and stop making a scene. The water doesn't help, but give her some bread.
今はそういうのいいって。水。
I think the scene is justified. Water! Give me the water! I grab the bottle from her and start pouring water into my mouth, but my tongue has gone haywire and can't even sense the cool liquid I'm bathing it in. So hot!
立花さんって辛い食べ物が苦手だったんですね。意外です。
So you have no tolerance for spice, Tachibana-san? I'm surprised.
いや辛いのは好きだけど何これも次元違うからうまく喋れない
No, I love spicy foods, but this is like something from an alternate dimension. Too hot to talk.
おいおい、大丈夫か?
Whoa there, are you okay? After heat and pain, the next stop is numbness. My tongue simply sits there immobile, in the center of my mouth as if the nerves have been severed. As I hold my mouth open to air and out my standard tongue, I check the restaurant's menu on my phone. By the way, Siamans, as we complete this chapter, I'm gonna end the stream. Getting a tad tired here. From what I can tell, the store sells authentic tantamen made with the same peppers used in China. But there is also an extra special menu item. It's a death-defying dish that uses their hottest peppers boiled down into a potent broth. Apparently it's so spicy that most challengers give up, which is why newbies are only given a very small serving. This seems to be the reason behind the store's mysterious catchphrase of authenticity that surpasses the original.
ごめんなさい。私が勧めてしまって。
There we go. I'm so sorry. I was the one who told you to get it. Ah!
いいからもっと水飲めって。
Stop fussing and drink your water. The water doesn't help.
辛いものにはヨーグルトがいいみたいです。私買ってきますね。
I heard that yogurt is good at times like this. I'll go get some. It's the bread that you need. I hadn't had time to properly peruse the menu, and with people waiting behind us, I trusted Shiori's recommendation completely without a second thought. While I can't deny that Shiori contributed to this incident, I can't really be mad at her, since it was ultimately my decision. Shiori hands me a yogurt drink, and after a single sip, the burning finally starts to subside. Oh, I never heard about the yogurt helping that. I wonder if that's true.
一生ベロなくなるかと思った
I thought I'd have to live the rest of my life without a tongue.
しおり、カオルに一体何の恨みが?
Oh, Shiori. Kaoru must have really done something to piss you off.
違うよ。でも本当にごめんなさい、立花さん。
No, I honestly feel awful about this Tachibana-san.
いいのいいのセルフ店中しおりのチャイナを見たいって言った罰
It's fine, really. After talking you into that photo shoot, I got my just desserts, or noodles in this case.
何なんだよそれ。
What the heck kind of saying is that? Riku says, sounding completely done with me before looking down at my bowl of practically untouched noodles.
それよりさ、残った担々麺どうすんだ? 残したらもったいないけど、私もそこまで辛いの食べらんないぞ。今のでギリギリだしさ。
More importantly, what are we going to do with this? It seems like a waste to toast them, but there's no way I can eat something that's spicy. I can only just barely handle mine.
じゃあしおり食べれる
Think you can eat it, Shiori?
はい。ちょっと量も辛さも物足りなかったところなので、いただきます。
Sure, to be honest, mine wasn't spicy or filling enough, so it'd be my pleasure to finish this off for you. I hand my bowl and chopsticks to Shiori. With my chopsticks in hand, she stares fixedly at me. I look back at her, wondering if she's really going to eat it or not. Having long since finished her own noodles and tossed her chopsticks, she'll have to use mine. The implications of that suddenly dawn on me, and I understand what's going through Shiori's mind. An indirect kiss.
いや食べちゃって
It's not. I mean, I only had one bite, you know.
はい、そうですよね。いただきます。
Oh, yes, that's true. Here I go. I'm pretty sure Shiori realized it before I did. This counts as an indirect kiss. So I feel like tantamen is one of the least romantic foods you could do it with. I wonder what Shiori thinks about it too. My gaze shifts restlessly around the restaurant. in direct contrast to my calm and collected thoughts. We make eye contact for a long moment before she awkwardly brushes her hair back and slurps up a mouthful of noodles. I can tell if the blush in her cheeks is from the spice or something else. It almost feels like she stuffed her mouth with noodles to keep herself from saying something just then.
けど美味しいです。これで限界っていうのはリクも橘さんも辛いの苦手なのかもしれませんね。
It's spicy, but it is wonderful. If neither of you could handle this, I don't think you can call yourselves connoisseurs of spicy food.
信じられない。
Incredible.
私のでも相当辛いのにあんなにバクバクと。
Mine was pretty painful already. I think I'd literally catch on fire if I ate that.
辛いの。
She looks so happy. You spices are so good. Shuri continues to slurp up her little spicy noodles with devilish glee.
しおり、ストレス溜まってんのかな。
You must be really stressed out, Shuri. I heard that eating spicy food can be a form of stress relief. Even if that's true, it's not like I can do anything to stop her. Never heard about that before. Yokohama Station, 2:54 p.m. With our bellies full, we hurriedly leave Chinatown behind so we can make it back home before dark. In an effort to lighten the weight in our stomachs, we decide to walk back to Yokohama Station.
まだ全然お腹が空いてない。っていうか、まだ舌がちょっとピリピリする。
I'm still not hungry at all. Orator, my tongue's still tingling from earlier.
すげえ辛そうだったもんな。薫のあんなリアクション見れたのは良かったけど、しおりは大丈夫なのか？
It looked so spicy. Watching your reaction was pretty hilarious. You sure you're okay too, Shuri?
大丈夫って何のこと？
I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
はい。
Alright.
逆
Think you
に
look
心
fine.
配になるよ。あんな辛いの食べてなんともないって。
Seeing you look fine after eating something that spicy only makes me worry more.
次は橘さんのお特盛りにしようっと。
Next time, I'll order the extra large version of what Tachibana-san had. Shock. Riku and I exchanged the same look of complete disbelief. I don't think the human body was built to survive a happy helping of those noodles.
じゃあ行こうぜ。しおりもそろそろ帰んねえとなんだろ？
Okay, let's go. You gotta get home soon, Shuri, right?
今日はお父さんがそんなに遅くないから。明日はお休みですけど、ちゃんと勉強するんですよ。
Yeah, my dad isn't staying out that late tonight. We have the day off tomorrow, but we should probably use it to study.
みんなで集まらないんだ。
Right, we won't be able to hang out.
明日は一日父が家にいるので、試験前に出かけるのはちょっと。
My dad will be home all day tomorrow, and there's no way he'd let me go out when exams are so close.
遊びに行ってるって思われてもおかしくないよね。厳しいらしいもんね。お父
There's
さん
nothing wrong with hanging out with your friends. Your dad sounds pretty strict.
いえ、厳しいというほどではないですよ。全然。
Oh no, he's really not that bad. Not at all.
それより、薫は日曜日だからって勉強サボんなよ。
More importantly, you better not slack off all Sunday, Kaoru.
わかってるし。でも次のご褒美ないとな。ってそっか、試験明け出かけるんだよね。
I know, but I don't have any more rewards to look forward to. Oh, wait. We're going to out after exams are over, right?
はい。詳細はもう少しだけ待っていてください。
Yes, so you'll have to wait a little longer for more information on what we're doing.
大丈夫。私はいつでも。
Sure, that's fine. I'll be waiting.
オッケー。試験明けの土日はプールの清掃が入って部活休みだから、ちゃんと開けとくよ。
Okay, they'll be cleaning the pool the weekend after exams, so my schedule is wide open.
じゃあまた月曜日。
I guess I'll see you on Monday then. We'll all part ways and head to our respective homes. I'm surprised to find myself actually looking forward to Monday, which will be here before I know it. Chorus room, 10:18 p.m. I I end up barely wanting to eat anything for dinner, or later I physically can't because I'm still stuffed from earlier. Fair enough. It was a late lunch to begin with, and I don't have a black hole inside my stomach like Shuri and Riku seem to. I bought frozen pepper buns before we left Chinatown as gifts for my parents, who probably eat them for dinner. Tachibana home living room. 7:05 p.m.
ありがとう。そっか、かおちゃん中華街に行ってたんだね。
Oh, this did happen when we returned home, way before of the present time. Oh, thanks! Alright, you went to the Chinatown today, didn't
この
you?
前お泊まりに来たしおりちゃんとりくちゃんと行ったんだ。二人ともよく食べたでしょ。
With your friends who slept over here the other night, the two of them certainly had healthy appetites, huh?
ああ、これ好きなんだよな。ありがとう、カオル。また家族でも中華街に行きたいよな。
These buns are one of my favorites. Thanks, Kaoru. I kind of want to go together as a family sometime.
そう、かおちゃんはお腹いっぱいなんだ。ならせっかく買ってきてもらったし、早速いただこうかな。
Oh, that explains why you're still so full. Since you are so kind as to get this for us, we should eat them right away.
いいね。ビールはあったよな。確か。
You're right, let's see. I'm pretty sure there's some beers in here somewhere.
本当にありがとね、かおちゃん。
Thanks so much, Kao-chan. It makes me so happy to see them smiling among each instead of being like cold and silent, as Kaoru was before. I honestly can't remember the last time I brought something like this back for my parents. It was a fairly meaningless gesture on my part, having decided to pick up the buns as an afterthought, but they seem happy enough. After a short break, I sit down at my desk and start studying. It's kind of weird to say this about myself, but I feel like I've changed. And not just me either.
しおり
Shuri. Ever since Monday when I went in for morning duties, things between me and Shuri have been different. Like in Chinatown earlier when she used my chopsticks. We shared food at lunch plenty of times. And not once was it ever as awkward as in that moment. But more than that, there was that wall hand touching incident. We held hands countless times before, the night since they broke up with me. She took her hands, my hands in hers. Yeah, I
忘れ
remember
させ
about
てくだ
it.
さい。
The night we walked home after seeing the light show,
あのさ、
はい
帰るんだよね。
はい、
じゃあなんで私の手を握ってるの？
わかりません。
that scene was so cute, and of course countless other times for incredibly trivial reasons, and I never viewed the act as anything other than an extension of our everyday lives. Until that morning.
ごめん。
That morning was different. Just the brush of her fingers against mine left me feeling flustered and yet somewhat happy. So the realization of that only left me even more flustered. The hotter my cheeks got, the bigger the smile my face grew. And I know exactly what this means.
別に楽しいなってちょっと思っただけだよ。
Remembers with the teacher.
お母さんがお父さんと結婚している
The
時期
time that during the sleepover we shared
他の男の人
our past
違
sad moments.
う絶対
Oh well? Hi Norart! How are you doing? We are playing this Cozy Girls Love visual novel. I'm really enjoying it overall. Actually, I was about to end the stream pretty much. How are you? I'm quite good. Got to relax with this game today. I'm planning to continue yours these days, by the way. And to complete it, possibly. I'm very curious coming to the other endings. Do you already know of this visual novel, perhaps, that I'm playing? No, absolutely not. And because I know what it means, I have no choice but to deny it.
だって先生への気持ち
No,
は
I didn't know.
断ち切れて
Oh,
ない
I see. There's no way. I mean, I'm not
好きになるなんて絶対に。
I'm not even completely over Sensei yet. I can be in love with two people at the same time. Oh wow. By the way, I was curious. Do you play visual novels often? Oh, to be honest, I don't play VNs usually. Oh, I see now. Fair enough. They're among my favorite genres of games overall. I look over at the framed photo on my desk. Shimatsuki Mirei, my homeroom teacher in middle school, the person who took me in when I ran away from home, my first crush, and the first person to break my heart. This game looks cool too, pretty chill game. Yeah, it is very nice, like overall, just make you feel cozy, but we do have different types of moments, like there are eventful happy moments, and actually desperate-like moments as well that do turn out for the better outcome with time. And there are also dramatic moments. It's like very atmospheric, but always cozy, like it's particular. And I love how the character sprites, I realized in Live 2D, so they're animated, even the CGs are in Live 2D. It's so pretty.
私は先生が好き。
I love her. Are we sure about that? I murmur quietly to myself while getting up. Even after everything that's happened, my feelings for her remain unchanged. The reason why seeing her at the art museum the other day was so painfully hard is because of my lingering love for her. What?
私は先生のことが好き。まだ好き。これは絶対。
I love her, I still do. I always will. As such, I can't possibly have the same feelings for Shuri.
違うよ。違わないと。おかしい。
No. No way, it'd be too weird otherwise. So then, what's wrong with me? It's a question that comes up with frequently in my life. Not necessarily wrong, just a bit complicated, I would say. And I know my answer will feel like I'm lying to myself, resisting the urge to scream at the top of my lungs. I'm startled out of my thoughts by a text notification.
しおり。
Shuri. Of course, it just so happens to come from the exact person I've been thinking about, Minagi Shuri. I hear a hint of happiness in my own voice when I say her name out loud. By desperately trying to mentally deny that fact, I roll over and unlock my phone.
明日お父さんが外出することになりました。私は自由に時間を使えるようになったので一緒に勉強をしませんか？
My dad's going out tomorrow. I have some time to myself, so I was thinking maybe we could study together. Is Riku coming too, or are we alone? I'm about to respond right away when I realize something. She didn't send that text to the group chat. She sent it to me personally. Oh, wow! Visual novels is pretty much the only type of game I can put up with. Oh. I see. Like, you don't enjoy other genres at all? Or are there some that may be close to what you like? A part of me wonders how much easier life would be if not for my habit of overthinking everything, if I were far less perceptive.
大丈夫です。
Don't worry about it. I can't help but assume her pretext is not a simple mistake but a deliberate action on her part. Still sure it can be scatterbrained at times. Getting to know her has made it clear that there's more to her than her honor student image. But hypothetically speaking, let's say it wasn't a mistake.
私の気持ち今日で多分
Yeah, we do know that Rico does have feelings for Shiori. This is even more complicated now. What if her decision to text me was completely arbitrary? I do play some other games right now on my channel, but I didn't touch a single computer game until I became a YouTuber. Before then, only visual novels was the only thing I actually enjoyed. It focuses so much on the story, and less on the gameplay. I see. Mm-hmm.
私はまだ好きだよ、先生のこと。だ
Here's
から
where
リ
we
クが心
mention
配
it.
していることは起こらないよ。
To Riku, we did reply that I still love the teacher and I will not make a move on our friend. That Riku does love. It's been about a minute since I read her text. My frantic deliberation on this side of the phone is, of course, invisible to her. How should I respond? I can suggest you to play Unpacking. It's a short game. Yeah, it's quite nice. I...
ごめん、疲れ溜まってるし、明日は家で休みたいかな。担々麺のダメージも残っているし。
Sorry, I'm really exhausted and I just wanted to take it easy at home tomorrow. The noodles did some serious damage. No. We're going to refrain. Like to not hurt the other friend. Goodness, it's a lie. To a plausible one, she responds right away.
わかりました。でもサボっちゃダメですよ。
I understand, but don't slack on your studying. Not only does this get me out of a private hangout with Shuri, but it frees me from the responsibility of asking if we should invite Riku. The day is saved. Always win my life once again. Yeah, but if you don't leave that comfort zone of yours,
それでさ、
you will not move on either from the teacher,
今まで通りでいて
nor
ほしい。
proceed for the best. Hire me as your therapist. Fox therapist it is. Look, all I'm saying is I want things to stay the same from tomorrow on. I watched your daughter playing that game. It's cozy, but it's more soothing for the brain, kind of like a fidget spinner, not my type either. That's an interesting comparison, indeed. I like because Riku's face flashed before my eyes, and I know how much she likes Shuri. I like despite being horrible at it. Knowing that, can I really say things are back to normal? Honestly, I have no idea. No, they are not. As I said, if you remain in this comfort zone, you will not move on with your life.
友達ができて、親とも前よりはマシになった。
You will be stuck, feeling repressed and guilty. What are you doing, Kaoru?
ふわついてるだけ。
I said I was exhausted, and well, I am. My life's suddenly different from before. For starters, I have friends now, and I'm getting along with my parents. That is true. I muttered to myself all alone in my room as I roll over onto my side. I felt my gaze drawn inexorably toward the photo of Sensei.
んじゃ、私はこれで。印象派の特別展見たかったんだけど。
That one time we came upon her when hanging out with the
来
friends.
月か別の展示会と勘違いしててさ。行けても初日かな。
And how she did mention that she would attend the
仕
exhibit
事
once
忙しくなり
again.
そうで。
The exhibit where we didn't feel like going, because we would meet her again. I thought we did decline because we were not interested
東京
anymore
の美術館で
officially
開
like.
催される展示会の割引券なの。
Yeah,
こういうのって各
here is
学
where we
校
were
に
offering
何
the
枚か
tickets
配ら
for
れ
the
ているのよ
exhibit.
今週の日曜日から
Sunday is tomorrow. I don't have to look at my phone to know that. Sensei's face flows through my mind. Just thinking about her makes my heart ache, and yet I can't help but feel butterflies at the same time. But also... Shuri's face has now lodged itself in my mind as well.
先生に会えれば。先生に会えば。はっきりするかな。
If I can just see Sensei, if I see her one more time, maybe I can clarify my own feelings. This maddening dichotomy in my heart. Is it love or something else? As I lie there in bed, I look up what time the art museum opens and the train schedule. No, don't go over there! As I do so, the world around me slowly starts losing focus. And before I know it, I'm sound asleep. Happy Valentine's Day! So we cleared chapter 7.
万象
We cleared chapter 7, so we're ending the stream here, Cinnamon Buns. The fox is at a turret, but she's satisfied. We have proceeded quite a bit with the game together with you today. Give me a second so I can close the game. There we go. Where is the chat again? Right. I forgot to add it here. I did forget, right. Goodness. By the way, so this is it for today's stream. And these days we're going back to the ⴰᴄᴏᴅᴇᴏ visual novel for possible completion. And we're going to proceed with Sticky Business once again. That, and I'll be playing again and again UsoNatsu visual novels since we have a lot to catch up upon too. I'm really planning and looking forward to proceeding with the games, and also the ones from many months ago that I actually did put on hold without really meaning to do so. So calmly we will proceed with all of the games. I hope you spent a cozy time during your Valentine's Day with me as your Valentine Fox. And I'm very glad you choose to stay here and to take your time to spend the Valentine's Day together with me. Just Gyepi it is. So give me a second since I'm gonna choose someone to rate. Whom should we rate, I do wonder. Give me a moment, pretty please. I hope you enjoyed the stream and how the story is evolving. I'm quite hooked on UsoNatsu, so I really enjoy it, personally. I love all of the different feels that this game does make me feel. It's quite emotional and atmospheric to me. A super cool visual novel. So... we're going to raid Sela, who's playing a little to the left right now. Seems like they have a different model. I did raid Xela sometimes so far, when they were hosting karaoke streams, if you do remember. So they're playing a little to the left right now. We're going to see each other soon, Cinnamons. I never aware of this Valentine's Day. Oh, really? Isn't it a thing at your area, or... I wish I could be born as bear so that I slept through the winter. Oh my! Yeah. These last years, I'm not enjoying winter at all myself. It's getting at all on my mood overall due to lack of vitamin D. It's a bit difficult overall, and when it's cold, I just feel like not so comfortable. So thank you kindly for stopping by, Cinnamon Buns. You can check out my social media if you may be willing to get a look at them. I'm gonna stream as much as I can these days, honestly. I had a bit of trouble with sleep, but it's manageable so far. It's not as bad as it used to be. And I overall do sleep at night, which is good. It is quite good, so... I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow once again. I'm not sure at all about this evening. I always do mention beforehand when possible, 1 hour beforehand, before my streams on my social media, so that you do know when I'm gonna stream. You can check out my Discord server especially, because there you can get a real-time notification for that. Here's my Discord servers, here are my social media if you wanna check them out. And let's begin the raid. I'm very thankful that you did stop by to my stream during Valentine's Day. Had a lot of fun together with you. This is the raid message to copy-paste, keep your raid for ⴁᴁᴇ. In case you're not subscribed, there's the other version with no emotes, and we're raiding Xela, who is currently streaming a little to the left. So let's begin the raid. We're gonna see each other very soon with the games I did mention, and once we do complete them, we're gonna begin some new ones. Let's begin the raid. Hop on. Thank you for stopping by. See you soon. Bye bye.